Let's talk about adjacent angles. Understanding adjacent angles will actually open up understanding as we proceed to the next pairs of angles and as we proceed later on to the higher level or geometric relationships, because adjacent angles will actually tell us one great relationship of angles to the other. But for this practice exercise, we are tasked to list all pairs of adjacent angles. Take note of the definition of adjacent angles, that it has three different considerations, and it should be these three considerations that will be met before we could actually say that two angles are adjacent or not. If one of the three is not around, then definitely the angles are non-adjacent. The first consideration is that these angles, before they will be called as adjacent angles, they must share the same or the common vertex. Number two, these angles must share a same side or common side. And number three, these angles should not overlap one another, or in other terms, one angle should not contain the other angle, or vice versa. Okay, so when we're going to look at this figure, we only have one vertex here. Therefore, all of these angles share the same vertex. That is already one of the three different considerations. That is already one of the three different considerations. So let's not repeat it later as we look for other pairs of adjacent angles. What we need to concern ourselves right now are the second and the third considerations. The second, they must share the same side. And number three, one should contain the other. The first pair of adjacent angles in this figure is angle 1 and angle 2. Why? Again, they share the same vertex, so that's already given. The side of angle 1 is this ray and this ray. The side of angle 2 is this ray here and this ray as well. This is the side of angle 2. These are the sides of angle 1. So aside from them sharing the same vertex, they also share the same side. So the second condition and the first conditions are already met. In the third condition, angle 1 is only here. It did not overlap angle 2, nor angle 2 overlap angle 1. They are two independent angles, non-overlapping one another. That would mean the third condition is also met. So the first pair of angles here, adjacent angles rather, are angle 1 and angle 2. Okay? Let us proceed counterclockwise and see other pairs of adjacent angles. I'm talking about angle 2 and angle 3. Look at these two angles. Again, they share the same vertex. The sides of angle 2 are this rays, and the sides of angle 3 is this ray and this ray as well, which is also a side of angle 2. So two conditions are already met already. How about the third condition? Does one of the two angles contain the other? Is angle 2 part of angle 3? The answer is no. Is angle 3 part of angle 2? The answer is also no. That is why angle 2 and angle 3 is the second adjacent pair of adjacent angles. Continuing the counterclockwise movement, we could also say that angle 3 and angle 4 are adjacent angles. They share the same vertex. This side is a side of angle 3 and as well as angle 4, and they do not overlap nor contain one another. Definitely, it's another pair of adjacent angles. This is also true with angles 5 and angle 4. Angle 4 is here. It doesn't overlap angle 5, nor angle 5 overlaps angle 4. They share the same vertex. And this side is a side of both angle 4 and angle 5. So the next pair of adjacent angles are angles 4 and angle 5. And completing the one uh, s- rotation, okay, we could also say that angle 5 and angle 1 are adjacent angles. They share the same vertex. This side is shared by the two angles and they do not overlap. So that would mean angle 5 and angle 1 are adjacent angles. So in just one revolution, we have noticed that um, 5 pairs of adjacent angles are already given. How about number 6? Angle 6 rather. Is there an angle adjacent to angle 6? Let's try to examine angle 1 and angle 6. They share the same vertex. That's one down. The side of angle 1 is this, and this sides here. For angle 6, this side and here. So they share the same side. So two conditions are already met. However, angle 1 is part of the bigger angle, angle 6, because angle 6 ranges from here to here, and it contains angle 1, or it overlaps angle 1. The third condition do not met. It was not is not meet is not met. Sorry, is not met. Definitely, it's not possible. This is also true for angle 6 and angle 2. They share the same vertex. They share the same side for angle 2 and angle 6, but similar to angle 1, angle 2 is also part of angle 6. So this is also not possible. How about angle 6 and angle 4? So yeah, let's try to examine. This is angle, they share the same vertex rather. They share the same vertex. They do not overlap because this is angle 6 here and this is angle 4. Again, they share the same vertex and they do not overlap. How about the same side? The side of angle 6, sides of angle 6 is this ray. We have this ray here. As for angle 4, it's this and here. Though they share the same side and they do not overlap, the sides are of different. They do not share the same side. This also makes angle 6 and angle 4 non-adjacent. So what angle is to be paired with angle 6 that could be considered as an angle adjacent angle? Okay. Take a look at angle 6 and angle 3. Angle 6 is here. Here's this figure. Angle 3 is here. Right? Angle 6 is here. Here is angle 3. They do not overlap. They share a common vertex. The side of angle 6 is here and here, but this side is also a side of angle 3. So again, share the same vertex, share the same side, and they do not overlap. That would mean angle 6 is adjacent to angle 3. Similarly, look at angle 5 and angle 6. This is angle 6. This here is angle 5. They do not overlap. They share the same vertex and share the same side. So the last pair of adjacent angles in this figure are angle 6 and angle 5. So for this given figure, we have 7 pairs of adjacent angles. Again, I would like to emphasize the purpose of understanding adjacent angles will open up understanding on the angles forming a linear pair and will also help us prove some theorems that involves vertical angles and for the parallel lines and transversals. So consider those three considerations for the adjacent angles. This is it for this video. See you in the next video. Goodbye.